Hi, Flosstubers. Joan from Made by Mama Joan and
Kelsey.
A product of Made by Mama Joan.
Trademark.
Today is Sunday, January 14th, and this we did a Flosstube last month, so this is our second one in a month.
We're doing it. Our New Year's resolutions are coming true.
So far. Don't get too excited. There's still another 11 months left. What do we want to start with today?
Let's start with.
Oh, we're going to show you our little shitten.
Oh,
come on, kitten. This is our little Lucy. I showed her when we first, 3 years ago. We've had her 3 years, and she just showed up in our backyard. She was like, I don't know, 6 weeks old. She wasn't very old. She only weighed a pound, and she had an eye infection, and she had wood ticks on her, and cockaburros, and
too skinny.
And yeah, she was just a wreck. And anyway, so we're gonna, because she always comes in here and noses around, so we're gonna put. So her name is Lucy, officially. I call her Shitten because she kind of is. And so we were gonna show her, and then
she's so cute.
Kelsey's gonna put in a picture of what, because she was really white when we first got her.
She is darkened a lot.
Oh yeah, a real lot. Watch out there. Yeah, she doesn't want to be here now because we want her to be here.
Yeah, all she does is walk around here while we're recording the Flosstube, so.
Gets into everything.
We get you a little screen time, and then you can go play now. All right, there we go.
So, anyway, what have we been up to? Do you want to show what you're finished? You brought it last time.
I did bring it last time. I just did not have the buttons sewed onto it, and I did not have a backing for it. So thank God, Mama Joan's Quilt Shop, she had some, because I went to Joann's 2 days ago, and now that Christmas is over, they have no Christmas fabric, and the fabric that they did have, it wasn't the right color blue. So Mom found this. This is the design. If you remember me talking about it last week,
Last month.
Sorry.
Seems like last week.
It does. Ugh. There were swirls in the original design, and I did not like the swirls, so I charted my own different shaped snowflakes, and then I got the little snowflake buttons off of Amazon, and of course they came later than expected, and then blah blah blah. But here is the fabric that Made by Mama Joan Quilt Shop had here. But I think it goes very well with the design.
I do too. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. So there's that.
So that'll be on my agenda. Well,
yes. Well, our agenda.
Kelsey's gonna help.
Yes.
I had this finish. This is Prairie Schooler. Snow Days. I've been wanting to stitch that for a long time. So that was my New Year's Day start.
And you posted this one on Instagram, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Progress shot, or?
Yeah, my first. Whoa.
I had to bring you in the frame.
My first stitch for the year. Anyhow, long story short, which probably isn't. I think I'm going to, flat fold that and then put it on here.
Oh, cute.
I think is what I
Is this a Hobby Lobby find?
It's a Hobby Lobby find. It was being clearanced out. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
That's
Stay
cute.
tuned.
Cute.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. I think I did talk about this one. This is a Scattered Seeds. I finished it as far as I'm going to make a pillow out of it. So I just need to stuff it. That.
Cute. I went like this.
This is another Scattered Seeds. It was a club piece. The secret behind this is my friend joined the club, and then when she's done, I stitch it, and then she stitches it. I finish hers, so that's kind of what we do. So I have 2 of those to finish. That'll be on my agenda. Maybe next time we get together.
It'll be finished.
Maybe
2 of them.
Maybe 2 of them. Exactly. since the first of the year, I have not worked on this. But I did work on this from the last time we were together until the first of the year, because this is Saviour's Praise, and I want to get this done. So I'm really, I mean, from like here down, it's pretty well done. So I just need to get the rest of this finished. This is one of the, I'm going to finish this. Hopefully.
How much more is left up here?
Not very, let me see, not, I don't know, you might want to take it out because it's shiny.
Oh yeah.
Not much. I mean, I've got it, I've just got little things to fill in, little motifs and stuff, because I've got all that in.
Oh yeah.
I just need.
Oh, I see. Yep, you just have a little bit. I
Right.
thought there was still more at the top. Like
No.
another section,
No.
but no, you've got it.
No.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
hopefully.
you're so close.
I am. So my, you know, everybody has resolutions for stitching. Mine is just to get some big things done. I'm still gonna do a lot of little things, but I want to get some big things done.
A little bit every day.
Yeah, I should have dragged this out last time. This is it's not finished because I think I need to have Dad cut the frame, or I got to get a different frame because it's a little wonky. I thought it was going to work. It's really not. Anyway, this is Blackbird Designs Pumpkin Farm. I stitched this one for granddaughter number 2 because her birthday's in October.
Oh, cute.
So I put her name in there. I put her brother's initial in there, her mom and dad's initial, and then the year she was born on the side there.
Very cute.
So that was just something I've done that I thought I'd show. And I don't know, did I show this? I can't remember if I did. I might have showed these last time. I really should watch my videos,
Thank you.
even though I don't very often.
You might have, because I think I remember the
Yeah.
color scheme.
I think I did, and I think I showed the other one because I had the strawberry done. That was,
Part of a set, right?
yeah, Erica Michaels was that one.
Yep,
And this
and-
is hands-on design. I just haven't finished them, and I think I talked about that last time, but
You can talk about it again. This is your show.
yeah, repeat and repeat. So I was gonna show you a couple of things that are going on to my list of, okay, these are things I need to get done. So this is another big project,
Oh, wow.
Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I started this with a friend. Well, we were both gonna do it. Hers is done, of course. And I was gonna do 1 square a month. And I really rocked on it pretty good. And then, I don't know, I didn't. And then I picked it up again last year. And I started rocking on it some more. And now I need to finish this square. And I'm gonna, after my Saviour's Praise is done, I think I'm gonna try to knock this one out. Because I need to get some of these big things done. So, and well, here's the picture of,
Oh, yeah, let's show them that.
of what
The
it's gonna
finished.
Yeah, so what it's gonna be when it grows up. Hopefully, yeah. And in between all of this, I want to try to dedicate, I did this last year for most of the year, my Sundays to stitching ornaments for my grandkids, because there's 9 of them. And then I usually do one for me, and I've been doing one for Carissa, and now I'm thinking I should do one for the other kids. Then you'd have to add another 6 on there, or 7.
Yeah, you have to get started early if you're going to be doing that.
Right. So I need to get my, I think I know what I'm going to do for ornaments this year. I just need to, today would be a good day to start.
Well, that's a good way to do it, though. You plan one day a week to tackle a specific project.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see how that goes. Stay tuned for that too, because who knows. Here's another big project that I'd like to crank out after I get my Hawk Run Hollow. And this is something I've started, so that's why I'm...
And it is called Harriett Salt 1866 Orphan number 1628. Hands Across the Sea Samplers.
And here's...
And she's a biggin'.
yeah, here's my progress so far. It's kind of hard. It's like the back because it's.
Oh yeah, it's like see-through. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a fairly good start on it. I'm stitching it with silk.
Did you do this fabric yourself, or did you buy it like this?
No. I'm trying to remember what. I'm trying to get better at writing that crap down too.
Oh, I saw something on the back here.
Oh yeah, it's 40 count. Weeks Dye Works straw.
There you go. That's the linen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm doing it. I can't think.
What day of the week have you chosen for this one?
Well, I haven't. That'll be a big one. That will be one like I'm doing my Saviour's Praise, where I'm going to try to get it finished up. But I've had to do some smalls.
You gotta switch it up a little bit, because
I
I
do.
imagine that gets a little,
Overwhelming.
yes. Tiny bit here, tiny bit there.
So those are 2 whips I have, well, 3, pretty soon 2, that I really would like to work on during the year and try to crank them out and get them done, because I have big ones. Well, and I should back the train up a little bit here. I think what I'm going to do is pull out my big box of whips.
You have a big box of whips?
I have a.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I have a crate of whips.
Well, yeah,
so-
mine is like, it's like a crate thing. Well,
Okay.
I might have 2. I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe what I should try to do, and maybe we'll do this next time, is because people have been doing whip parades. I don't know if I'll do a modified version, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how it flows.
What is a whip parade?
Well, that's when you haul out all your whips,
Oh.
and then people talk about them.
Oh, okay.
On Flosstube.
Okay.
But I haven't done that yet. In fact, I try to not look at my whips very often because it just reminds me of things I should be doing.
So many projects, so little time.
Right, and I'm running out of life. I mean, I've used more life than I
Jeez,
have
Joan.
left. Debbie Downer.
Exactly.
So maybe next time that's what I'll do, because there's a few things in there too. Of course, I'd like to get done. But anyway, and another reason I really would like to start some things too. So this is one of those that I'd like to start. And I almost started it at Christmas time, and then I thought, no, Joan, stay on Saviour's Praise. Just crank that bad boy out.
And this one is called The Lord's Prayer by Lila's Studio. Sorry, Lila's Studio.
So hopefully that might be on the agenda. I don't know. This one though, I may start because it's smaller.
And what is it? I know.
What is it? Oh, A Merry Heart by Hands to Work, Revisited, it says. I think I'm going to maybe
It's
work on that one next. A small thing and I when Michaels went out, when Michaels got discontinued all of their anchor threads, and they were like 25 cents a spool.
I remember this.
I went stupid.
She went bat crazy, man.
I did. I went stupid.
I bought some for her.
I probably have $300 at 25 cents a pop.
Yeah, they were so cheap. I remember going to the store with Merrick, and he was helping me just grab them out of the...
Yeah.
And then just throw them in the cart, and the cart was just full. And I did like 3 transactions of like 100 each of these.
So
And luckily it was self-checkout, so, you know,
yeah.
I was doing all the work instead of the cashier.
So I picked a couple of, I thought I need to use these threads. So I picked a couple of colors out to
I think
do this one.
that complements it very well, yeah.
And I think I'm going to do it on this sandcastle.
Nice.
Excuse
go.
me, from Color and Cotton, because I belong their Fabric of the Month Club,
Color and cotton.
which I love. I have lots of fabric.
From them.
Yes. Because I don't want to quit, because it's hard to get into the dang club. And then if you quit and you want to get back in, you may not. So I'm just relegated to
Staying in the club and collecting that fabric.
I've been in the club for at least, this is probably my 3rd year.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe more.
How many does she take in the club?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just know that people want to get in. I think Melissa's waiting to get in, and
Look at you.
so I'm not getting out of that club because I like their fabric and I like getting. It's nice to have a little surprise every month. I'm gonna count how many I have.
That'll be part of your whip parade, right?
How many of those I have.
For next week.
And then I'll call up the turnip truck and have a coronary because it's like, oh my gosh, how did I get so many? So now we're gonna do a little bit of, what do we call it? Classic cross stitch.
Yes.
This is gonna be our classic
New segment. Classic cross stitches.
corner.
No, that's part of Quilter's Corner.
Okay, classic.
Cross stitches.
Okay, so this one, does it have a date on it?
No.
I know I probably showed this in a
2017.
Okay, so I did that in 2017. It's
And
just,
you got a Minnesota State Fair award for it and a Washington County Fair award for it.
it was just a fun little stitch. It was from an Etsy shop. I can't even tell you right off the. I should start bringing my.
You need to write it on the back.
I know. I always say I'm going to do that every year. Don't do it. I haven't done it. I could do it though because I write down in a book, usually when I'm finished, what it is, what pattern it is.
And you already have the year, so you can just
Right.
look back at the year.
I'll go back and
Yes.
look.
And
So
then-
anyway, that was one of my things. We'll talk about this.
That
Is I know I've showed these on one of my floss tubes 100 years ago. It seems like that was Plum Street Samplers. I don't know what the name of it is though.
I like the color scheme.
I did that a while. I don't know. Has that got a date on it? And I tried to put the date on it.
It
but
does not. You need to get one of those pins with the year.
Yeah, I know. Well.
Oh wait, yes it does. It's here in the corner. Very light. 2019.
Oh, well, there you go.
I stand corrected.
You should. Don't make me hurt you.
Oh jeez. This got violent.
Goes from 1 to 60 really quickly.
I was gonna say, is it a horse or a unicorn?
I think it's over.
It's a horse.
Oh my gosh. Sound effects.
Merrick loves to make that
Here.
sound effect.
This, we'll just leave this one out because now we'll talk about this basket.
Oh, okay.
So I have we don't get together like we used to, a group of friends. We used to stitch every Friday night and then we would do group projects. We would do projects that, you know, it really was, it was helpful to have someone to kind of keep you accountable to do stuff or coax you on to do it.
And there's the year right there, 2004.
So that was a long time.
20 years.
Holy Hannah. That is a long time ago. This, I believe, is Hillside Sampling.
The design. Oh, it's got hard honor in it. Right? Or no? No, those are just specialty. Oh, yeah, yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it's a little bit of hardanger in it.
And specialty stitches.
And specialty stitches. And then they had little
fobs.
There was that. That was a little fob. And then there was a little pin cushion and a little needle book.
Pin cushion. Needle book. Here, let me open that up. Hold
Okay,
on.
I'll take this. Look, we got band-aids in here in case, I don't know, we cut ourselves with all the scissors.
Get a little
that are-
wild.
Little scissors that are in my house.
Am I supposed to undo that thing or not? I guess I wasn't. Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
you can. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the little treasures that you stitch
That's cute. And you can put little needles in there.
to put in there.
Yeah.
So here's another classic cross stitch. Okay, and so here's another, and I don't know if this, I don't even know. This was from 2002.
Even earlier.
This was another group project we did with some specialty stitches, and then it's a little like, I guess, needle book type thing.
Oh, cute.
And I want to say that was Hillside Sampling too, but
My darn needles.
yeah, there
Our mothers and grandmothers and schoolgirls of long ago used eggs to darn socks in their day. Now, when a sock gets a hole, we simply say darn and toss it away.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So is that all of the treasures that I pulled out for this go? Oh no, I had a frame piece.
One more. Oh, the clock and
Oh yeah, the clock. This is an old one too. Does that have a year on it?
Nope, just your initials.
Really?
This has got to be like from the 90s.
Oh, it's from a lot. I think that was, I don't know how many people remember the magazine, Jeremiah Junction, I think it was called.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what that is.
That was from, yeah, at least the 90s.
During your Noah's Ark era.
During my Noah's Ark era.
You
Yeah.
collected all things Noah's Ark.
I did 100 years ago.
And had a Noah's Ark room.
I did. When I did daycare.
Yes.
That's
So you know how old that is.
That was back in the 90s.
This one too you wanted to show?
Yeah, we'll show.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've showed that one. That one's done in 2022. This was a retreat piece from before 2022.
You just finished it in 2022.
Yeah. It was one of those things, it's like, okay, I have all these kits, because I do have like retreat kits. I have still
Collecting dust
a
somewhere.
few of them I
Yeah.
need to dig out. And yeah, that was Plum Street Samplers. And that one's probably out now.
Oh, for the
Yes,
general
Yeah.
consumption.
Yeah. So that is a really quick video, I guess.
That was classic cross stitches.
By Joan Seidel.
Come back next week where there'll be more classic cross stitches.
This is why I do floss tubes with someone, because
Because I'm a ham and I love to do stuff like that.
she is. And it's just more fun to bounce off of somebody than to sit here and drone on myself, because I just can't stand it.
And now we're moving on to a new segment called
Quilting Corner.
Welcome to Quilting Corner!
We moved because I have been busy making quilt tops, so I've been putting them in this bedroom off of my sewing room. So here is this quilt I did just last week, this last week, like Tuesday. I went to the quilt shop and I was looking for this collection, which is called Strawberry Lemonade, and it's a new collection, and they just had happened to get these charm squares in. So I bought 2 packs. I bought this quilt pattern, which is just one of those little cards, those Villa Rosa designed card, and it's called Saltwater Taffy. And it went together really quick, really fun. Now the quilt shop was going to be getting in some yardage. So I'm waiting to get some yardage and see what I might put on the back, or I at least want something for the binding. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put a border on it. I don't know. It might just be this and then bind. But anyway, that's one of the quilts I've just done this last week. I did this one. I did this. This was well, let me show you this one first, because...
Sorry.
Oh, kitties. So, my real good friend, Lori, wanted a king-size quilt.
Oh, wow.
And this is like almost bigger than king size because it's 120 by 120 inches. I don't remember. I think the fabric line is cocoa blue. And this was a Material Girl quilt, a free pattern. Can't remember the name of it right offhand. I should have brought it in. Anyway, I did get this together just a week ago, about a week and a half ago. And this was a really big, this was a really big project. It was really a big, huge.
It is, my goodness.
But it turned out, I think it turned out pretty cool.
It did.
So this is another quilt that I've done within the last 2 weeks. So I've been on a real roll. So what happens is, I'll come upstairs here and I'll quilt during the day, or in the morning, I should say. I come up here in the morning about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and then I'll sew until, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, kind of depends. And then I usually feed my husband supper. Well, we have lunch somewhere in there. And then I stitch it in the evening. So that's another quilt that I finished in the last 2 weeks. This was just, so this quilt I just showed you, these were just little teeny scraps. And I just threw them together. I didn't measure them out. They're not all even. I mean, I sewed them, I cut them into 3 strips that were the same, you know, length and width. And then I just put it together. I made it for the smallest granddaughter for her baby. It's just,
baby quilt.
It's just a little baby quilt,
Yeah.
but I did do that. The cat's gonna be just
Come here.
ticked off because we're just moving her. I gotta move this fabric. This project here was a Moda. It was a charm square quilt challenge. So this is just one, not even all the charm, not even all the charm squares. But I had it cut out and I had all of the squares done. I just needed to lay it out the way it needed to be and put it together. Now I'm trying to decide, I think I'm going to put this on as a border just to make it a little bit bigger, and then I'd have a good sized baby quilt. I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. So that was a quick one that I've done in the last 2 weeks. Like I said, the squares were done. This one, I don't remember the pattern name, but I know it's one of those Villa Rosa. My oldest daughter, these are all, I think, Bonnie and Camille fabrics. Don't know what collection. A quilt store went out of business, and Melissa, my oldest daughter, it was down in Chattanooga, and she bought me all kinds of the fabrics when they were going out of business. And she'd cut it out when she was home. She came home for like 5 days just to come and we quilted. She cuts and I sew and she irons. It works out really good. But she had these cut out, and then I just put them together. I just had to lay them out and put them together. So that's what I did. And what I really think is cool about this is when you sew these sections together, there's four in a section, in this square here. Mm-hmm. So you sew these 4 fabrics together, and then when you cut it off, you end up with these, they're like charm squares.
Oh, here, bring it down a little bit.
And then there's just enough, it works out perfectly for the border.
That's so cool.
I thought that was the thing that attracted me the most about this quilt. So
what attracted you the most to it?
What is the border squares, the way that
I thought you said that wasn't. You said
that was.
Okay.
Was. That's why I wanted to do one of my, anyway. So that's what I did. Then the last things I've been doing is I had this bright idea to make, because I have 9 grandkids. So I had decided that I was going to pick a pattern. I bought the fabric and I was going to make each one of them a baby quilt, so when they have children,
if they do have children,
if they do, they would
have
a baby. Yes. So they would have. So this is one of. I have, like I said, I've got to make 9 of them. So this is the pattern. This is Yellow Brick Road. I do know that, by Atkinson's Designs.
This is the design that we used for the quilts that I have at home too.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I'll insert a picture of those two.
Yes, you should do that. So it's just a nice. I tend to like these kind of
easy to maneuver.
Yes. Yeah. I like the cleanness of, like, I'm not real frou-frou about. And there's beautiful quilts out there. I just don't know that I'd ever do it.
They take a lot of mental energy to, and this is something that's like, it really is simple, clean cut, and it looks great.
Yes, and I kind of like it. So this is all of the fabrics. They're all.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6 and 7.
So I have 2 left to do, and 3 of these, I think 3 or 4 of these, 3 of them for sure I've done in the last 2 weeks.
And I like the different
Yes, there's different
borders
for each one. I overcalculated on fabric, which worked out to be a good mistake, because then I had enough to do. I couldn't do one border on each quilt. I could take 2 different.
Oh, I see. Yep. The yellow and the green.
Yes.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think that makes it a little bit
It
more.
does. I think it makes it look nice.
A little bit more unique. So I'm on the downhill slide of those. I have 2 more. The blocks had been put together when Melissa was here. She cut them all out. I had all the blocks together. I just needed to lay them out and sew them together, sew the rows together, and then put the borders on.
That's a lot of sewing.
So yes, it's been fun. I've enjoyed doing that. So I know this has nothing to do with stitching, but this is my other bad habit.
Good habit. What are you talking about?
Well, it keeps me off the streets. Or something. I don't know. So there's what I've been up to. Almost more sewing than stitching, but like I said, I stitch at night. I like, that's a good downtime.
Thank you for coming to this first ever
Quilting Corner.
I'll maybe come back next month for another segment.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
And I don't know, maybe Quilting Corner won't probably be this elaborate every time.
Yeah, maybe you just have like a mini update
It'll
next
just
time.
be a little one. But
Depending on what you're working on.
yeah, but there you go. You can see me on Instagram at Made by Mama Joan. I do have a Facebook page. Usually it's all the stuff that has been on
My tummy is
Insta.
rumbling.
It is.
Yeah.
We need to go have lunch.
I know.
It is lunchtime.
It
It's
is.
1:30.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck? So I'm glad you came for another visit, and we'll try to get another one of these cranked out next month.
Hopefully in time for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Show off some Valentine's stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Have a good week.
Bye.
Hello.
Okay, let's restart. Ready? And
No, stop.
cut
That's one.
that out.
Do we need to do that over?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like all over.
Well, that's okay. You're a
Okay.
crafter. Crafter's gonna
Restart.
craft all the crafting things. Don't put the quilt in the corner.
Let's cut to the quilt.
Yeah. Which one do you want?
Don't cut corners with quilting. Okay, now we've
Measure once, cut twice. Quilter's corner.
measure what?
That's what I'm saying. Because you messed up the one.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with
And now we're moving on to a new segment called
quilting corner.
What the hell? We're using that take. I don't even give a shit.